Hey everybody, welcome back to In the Kitchen with Ken. Today I've got a great little treat for you. I'm going to cook up some French onion soup. And to start it off with, I've got a half a stick of butter. I'm going to drop down in here. My pan's already hot. Get this butter moving around. And to this, I'm going to add about two or three cloves of garlic with it. Chop that up a little bit more. Just drop that down in there. All right, now I've also got 6 onions. I've got 3 red onions and 3 big white sweet onions. And we're going to drop this down on top of this butter. And we're going to let these onions just cook down to nothing. You don't want to burn them per se, but you want them to cook all the way down and caramelize them really, really well. And this will take probably about 30 minutes to do. And we're going to move some of these onions back down towards the bottom. Kind of want to bust these up a little bit. You can see we just cut them down into little half-moon shapes. And we're going to add a little bit of salt to this too. Just a couple of pinches. It'll make those onions sweat. Cook down really well. All right. Okay, now you can see our onions really started to brown down well. They're getting good and caramelized. And I've been cooking them like this for about 30 minutes on a medium heat, just letting them really cook down slow. Now to this, I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of flour. I'm really going to get this mixed in here well. All right, now that our onions are cooked down really well, nice and caramelized, we're going to start adding our liquids to this. I've got a cup of red wine. Put that down in there. Everything gets stuck down there on the bottom. Get it all up. Nothing but flavor. We're going to add a quart of mushroom stock. And this mushroom stock really makes a big difference to the flavor of this. It really turns out well. Then we're going to add another quart of beef stock. Six ounces of apple cider vinegar. We'll put in a couple of bay leaves for it and a little bit of a teaspoon of thyme. I'm going to stir this all up, really get a good stir going on it. We're going to let this cook up probably for about 25 minutes, 30 minutes. Let all those flavors start blending well together. Then we'll add it to a little bit of crock pot, put some French toast on top of it, a little cheese. We'll be ready to go. All right, now that our soup is really starting to come together well, see how it's getting a little bit thicker. We're going to start prepping our bowl. I've got some cheese. I've got 2 different kinds of cheeses here. I've got some Fontina cheese and I've got some Gruyere. And we're going to just cut off some thin little slices of this for each one of these. Get them ready to put up on top of our soup. Okay, set that aside. A little bitty piece of cheese there. We'll take our bowl, ladle out some of this soup. You see it's just rolling. All right, I'm just going to move our cheese off to the side here. Our bowl over here. Now what you're going to do, you're going to take your toasted side of your French bread and put it down. Just place that right on top. Put a little bit of our cheese in here. Get our Fontina and put up on top. It'll melt down really nice. All right. Now we're gonna put this in the oven, probably just for about 5 minutes. Let that cheese melt up. Now our cheese should be melted up on top of our French onion soup, so we're gonna take it out of the oven and give it a try. Oh yeah. Look how good that looks. Perfect. Cheese is all melted, all bubbling on the sides. Get some of that cheese, a bit of that bread. Oh, look at that. It tastes all those flavors. That mushroom broth, that stuff is so good. Well, I hope you give this recipe a try, and I hope you enjoyed In the Kitchen with Ken this week. And remember to check out my fan page on Facebook. And we'll see you next time. Bye now.